Most professions have dealt with difficult clients. Probably all of us have in some way, shape, or form. Attorneys are no different. They have difficult clients. Some people just don't get along, personalities don't mesh. In that case, you just walk away and you find something else that works for you. But what do you do when you try to walk away and that person won't let you?
Oh,
Can I proceed, Your Honor?
well, your client, Mr. Elmarkaby, you need to turn your video back on. We're going to take up your hearing as first. Okay, there you are. All right, we are on the record, and Ms. Vladdy, you may proceed. It's your motion.
Okay, Your Honor, I am here today to request permission to withdraw as counsel of record for Mr. Emad Elmar Rakbi. I have filed my motion to withdraw, and I would like to briefly outline the reasons that necessitate this request. Your Honor, there has been a significant breakdown in the attorney-client relationship and communication between myself and Mr. Elmaragbi, including the breach of trust from Mr. Elmaragbi.
Use what?
This breakdown is rooted in a series of communication issues that have severely impacted my ability to represent him effectively. These issues include, but are not limited to, his consistent hostile and confrontational communication, unreasonable demands and expectations, his shifting strategies and inconsistent goals, his refusal to cooperate, and including threats to waive the attorney-client privilege. I have submitted two exhibits, Exhibit A and Exhibit B, with numerous instances of his hostile, accusatory, aggressive, and demanding behavior and inappropriate comments that he persists on making. I understand that he objects to my withdrawal, but I am not able to work with a client like this or tolerate his insulting, aggressive behavior. If you have, I'm happy to share Exhibit B, or if you could confirm that you have access to it in the box.
Well, I have access to what is in box, but do you want to
Okay.
offer it into the record?
Yes, I would like to offer it into the record.
Okay, any objection to Exhibit B?
Yes, Your Honor, I object.
What's the basis?
It's a breach of the attorney-client privileges.
Okay, Ms. Vladdy, what's your response?
Well, this exhibit directly relates to my communication issues with Mr. El Maragbi, where he prohibits me to draft any documents or revise any documents or have any communications with other parties, and he insists on setting an immediate hearing within 45 days with a 45 days notice, and accuses me of wasting his time and resources. Okay, that's the language he has used. He has used other similar language where he has accused me of drawing my resources. That's the quote. So, Your
Okay,
Honor.
well, what's the response to the objection? It is indeed a communication between your client and you, is it not?
It is, yes, the communication from client to me.
Okay, I'll sustain the objection. Is there anything else that the court needs to understand with reference to the motion itself, Ms. Vladdy?
Well, I have also submitted Exhibit A with examples, a list of examples of Mr. El Maragbi's hostile and accusatory language toward me and his inappropriate comments and aggressive behaviors. These include my safety concerns and numerous examples of his confrontational and unreasonable communication. These examples all show his breach of trust in the attorney-client relationship, He is distrustful and unreasonably hostile. Would you let me to introduce this exhibit?
That's up to you.
Yes.
Objection, Your Honor.
Okay, what's the objection?
The Exhibit B is also a breach of the attorney-client privileges. Ms. Vladdy had the chance to submit the exhibit under seal to protect my interests and to avoid inflicting prejudice on my case and on my personal character.
Okay, I'm going to sustain the objections because it does appear that there may be a summary or some snippets of what would be attorney-client privilege. So, Ms. Vladdy, I think you've already told me what the situation is, and I don't think I need exhibits or documentation of it to understand the situation. So, I will turn it over to Mr. El-Markabi for a chance to explain your opposition to the motion. And let me go ahead and ask you to raise your right hand and be sworn. If you would swear or affirm that the testimony you will give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I testify that my testimony will be the truth and nothing but the truth.
Go ahead. Tell me why you are opposed to your attorney's request to withdraw.
Yes, Your Honor. The allegations of hostility, confrontation, disrespect, and confrontational interaction is a misrepresentation of my frustration due to my attorney's negligence to my case and unreasonable delay. I have multiple times requested updates about my case, given the fact that my case is ruled by Rule 169 of the Texas Rules of Civil Procedures and Rule 190.02 of Texas Rules of Civil Procedures, the expedited action plans, and the deadlines of the discovery was missed. I have repeatedly requested updates about my case. I requested information about the discussions that was done with the other party and the other counsel. However, my attorney did not give me a reasonable explanation to my legal situation or about the method or the tactics being used regarding that matter. I received a notice for the remote hearing on a very short notice yesterday around 4 p.m. I did not get a chance to prepare for the hearing today, nor a chance to prepare my exhibits to adequately address the allegations. And I'm requesting a full hearing, maybe on a separate hearing to be able to address these allegations and provide my side and my exhibits to ensure fair opportunity.
Okay, well, Mr. El-Markabi, the court's files show that the original notice of hearing was sent on July 25th and that you were listed on the certificate of service as well as the e-service certification. So you did not just find out about this hearing. It's been set for quite some time.
Yes, Your Honor. The notice I received did not specify the location for the hearing. I did not consent to a remote hearing, and I communicated this with my counsel. I was not ready for a remote hearing in terms of exhibits. I was willing to attend a hearing in person. Especially my attorney refused to provide me legal services regarding my objection. However, my attorney engaged into a conflict of interest, prioritizing her own personal interest over mine, using my retainer funds to draft the motion for withdrawal, and threatened me if I do not sign that motion, she would be billing me for this hearing as well. This is a conflict of interest. because as I expect, my attorney is expected to protect my best interests during the withdrawal process, and my attorney refusal to provide legal service is a breach of that privilege.
All right, well, Ms. Lottie, I'm not sure I need anything else, but it is your motion. So
Mhm.
you may have a brief final word. And just a reminder that you only announced for 15 minutes for this
Yes,
hearing.
Your Honor, I have made my best effort to represent Ms. El-Marakbi. I have not made, I have not had any unreasonable delays. I've had communication with him consistently. He has been notified of all communication with opposing party and of my availability. I just started representing him in mid-May. And there are no open deadlines currently pending. Prior to my withdrawal, Mr. El-Marakbi was representing himself. He has not made any progress regarding discovery, and as I have quoted from his email, he's also not allowing me to what he calls waste his time and resources. I have offered him to consent to my withdrawal, given that he is constantly calling me names and accusing me of prolonging his
Objection, Your Honor.
for monetary gain. I am asking for a withdrawal from this case.
Okay, understood. Mr. El-Markabi, you made an objection, but I didn't hear the legal basis for it.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Blatty stated that I called her names, and that was not true. And I would
That's
like
not a
to,
legal objection, okay. All right, based on what I have reviewed in the motion and what I have heard from both sides this morning, the motion to withdraw is granted. And Ms. Blatty, please prepare an order to that effect, circulate it to your client to review, and opposing counsel as far as form before submitting it to Ms. Seeger.
I have already done that, Your Honor.
I don't have it, so uploading it to Box is different than emailing it to
Okay.
Ms. Seeger. So if you would
Okay.
please
Yes,
email
I
it
will
to my
email.
staff.
Okay, thank you.
All right, y'all are excused from the courtroom. Thank you.
Thank you.